my god, Lauren.
Detroit Lions just missed their Super Bowl window. Let's talk about today here at Trade Talk Sports Chicago, man. Let's get to it. Trade Talk Sports. Another video. Listen, before we get to the video, late content is coming on the way, man. Like I said, I've been a couple days since I dropped, but like I said, for football it's kind of quiet, but don't worry, man. Like, more videos are going to come, so just stay tuned, and some other videos as well. So don't worry, got some more content for you. But let's get into this video, shall we? Did the Detroit Lions just miss their opportunity to win the Super Bowl? It's really, to me, kind of, it's just interesting because, they lost Ben Johnson to the Bears, who's now the head coach for the Chicago Bears. As well, they have lost Aaron Glenn, their defensive coordinator, to the Jets, who was, honestly, to me, I think going to help Justin Fields become one of the best quarterbacks in the league. And by the way, they just now lost their center, Frank Rangnow, who is very, very one of the best centers probably in the league, who just retired. So, like I said, now they still have Dan Campbell, who's a very good head coach. They still have Jared Goff. Now, I'm going to be honest about Jared Goff. Some people might hate me in the comment section below, but I'm going to just keep it real with you about Jared Goff. Now the fact that he doesn't have Ben Johnson, I'm curious to see, what do Jared Goff look like? What type of Jared Goff do he get? Jared Goff has shown to me that Jared Goff, he can still stink it up, because like Jared Goff to me has just shown that, when the biggest times for him needed to win the games, I feel like to me he has shown that he can just stink it up. Now I think personally, without Ben Johnson, he's average. He's an average quarterback. I mean, with Ben Johnson, I mean, he was a beast. He was an MVP, possibly in the mix with being an MVP quarterback. And now, like I said, now having Ben Johnson not there no more, what do Jared Goff look like? Now, they still have David Montgomery, who's a very good running back, Chicago guy, who they still have a guy in Jahmyr Gibbs, who is a dog. I mean, this dude, he is absolutely fast. I mean, he is probably a top 5 running back right now in the NFL. They still have Amon-Ra St. Brown, who's a very good receiver, who's one of the best receivers in football still. They are having Aiden Hutchinson come back, who last year tore his ACL, and now coming back this year to help them. I really feel like, to me, Aiden Hutchinson should be good, but I will say this, seeing a video to me of Aiden Hutchinson, he looks slower, so that's a question mark. Like I said, they lost Aaron Glenn, who made that defense pretty good. What does their defense now look like, without Aaron Glenn? Now, like I said, Dan Campbell is a very good head coach, and I do still think Dan Campbell will bring back the intensity still to Detroit Lions, still, because that's what Detroit Lions are. But it's really interesting, especially now losing their best center, Frank Rangnow, who's, like I said, one of the best centers. What do the offensive line look like? Now, they still got Penei Sewell, who's a really beast. They still have some pieces, but it's just like, now, for NFC North teams, I feel like it opens up, especially for the Bears. I have that in a different video, but that really opens up because, like, Minnesota, J.J. McCarthy, honestly, he's a rookie, but he's not a rookie, but this is his technically rookie year because last year I believe he tore his ACL, right? So, and you still have the Bears who by the way, you know, they have gotten to young talent, some more talent. They have upgraded the offensive line. With Joe Thuney, Joe Doman, Joe Jackson, and now having a good coaching staff with Ben Johnson, Dennis Allen, and the rest of them, and also as well having you know, getting a guy like Carson Loveland, Luther Burden, who could be a very good tight end. But I feel like for the Bears, you know, can Caleb Williams take that next step? Can he take that step to be a franchise quarterback for the Chicago Bears? And as well for the Packers. I'm not big on Jordan Love. I'm not big on Jordan Love. Jordan Love, I mean, Jordan Love to me kind of last year, he was kind of awful. I'm going to be honest. Jordan Love to me didn't play that good last year. And the Packers have signed him to a big contract, which I think was a overpay, which they should not overpay. For the Packers, I mean, now they drafted Matthew Golden, but, you know, like, you see what I'm saying? Like, there's a couple questions, but the NFC North to me is wide open. And I just wanted to just come back and just talk about some of the other losses that the Detroit Lions have. 6 more assistant coaches. I mean, they have lost 6 more assistant coaches. I really feel like, man, like, them losing 6 more assistant coaches really kind of just explains you how much they have lost. They have lost, obviously, Ben Johnson to the Chicago Bears. They have lost Aaron Glenn, defensive coordinator, from the Detroit Lions. Now he's with the Jets, coaching Justin Fields. And their passing offensive coordinator, Tanner Angstrand, passing game offensive coordinator coach. He's now with the Jets as well. And then their QB coach assistant, JT Barrett, who I think helped Caleb was amazing. You know, he is now with the Bears, and then also their cornerback coach, Antoine Randall, is with the Bears as well. They have lost their tight end coach, and Steve Hydran. Their defensive coach, Terrell Williams, and they have lost their assistant D-line coach, Cameron Davis. So I feel like a lot of these coaches were impactful on the Detroit Lions, and now they're all, you know, on different teams. I really is curious to see how this plays out. I really am. And, you know, I just don't know how the Detroit Lions are going to be. I'm really just curious to see how the Detroit Lions, how do they operate, personally, you know, with, you know, just having that. And, you know, it really makes this easy for the NFC North, especially for my team. But I will have that in a different video, trust me, because that's something I'm going to talk about as well. But tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. Do you guys think that Detroit Lions Super Bowl window has maybe just closed out? Do you guys think that the Detroit Lions still have a chance to be one of the best teams? Now, I don't think the Detroit Lions are going to be awful, okay? I don't think they will be like the Giants or like the Saints. With the Giants, still kind of surprise people because they got elite neighbors. But I don't think the Detroit Lions are going to be as, like, I don't think they're going to be very bad. But it makes you think about it. Plus, we see what Jared Goff is. We have seen what Jared Goff is when, you know, when he's who he can become. And not Jordan Love, Jared Goff can make crucial mistakes. He really can. Jared Goff has just proved to you. I mean, he's just proven that, you know, sometimes he can make bad mistakes and he can cost your team the game. Last year against the Washington, I mean, he played awful. Jared Goff is horrific. Oh! Do we get more Jared Goff? Do we get this MVP Jared Goff? It really depends as well. What Jared Goff do we get? Because I wonder now, without Ben Johnson and their offensive line, their best center, and Frank Rangnow, excuse me. What do his offense look like? I mean, now Dan Campbell could probably, you know, impact some of these offensive guys. I mean, offensive coaches, you know, whoever they get. But I'm really curious to see what do the Detroit Lions look like. You guys let me in the comment section below. As always, man, more content come. Make sure you subscribe, press the bell notification every time I drop a video as well, man. Love you guys, man. And more like content, man. The Bears.